Hey everyone. So this is going to be my third try with this particular video. Well, actually, the first time, so this is going to be like a little book chat about me and books and what I do with them after I'm done reading. So the first time I was talking about it during my reviews of Into the Water and It's Always the Husband. And that video was like 27 minutes long, and when I edited, I just cut out that whole section. So then I tried again, and I recorded it on my phone because my laptop's camera was not working for some reason. And so I recorded it on my phone, but then my computer like completely kicked the bucket. The touchpad isn't working anymore, and I was trying to clean like around the touchpad and under the keys, and it just completely stopped working. It worked really well for like the first year, and then after that it just progressively has gotten worse and worse. So anyway, so I couldn't upload it to my laptop and edit it there, so I was trying to figure out how to edit it on my phone, and I tried a couple different apps, and it's just, I could not figure out how to edit on my phone. So I've uploaded one video I did, which wasn't too terrible as far as I really didn't need to edit it too badly. There's a couple spots where I'm like, I can't think of the word I want to say or something, but for the most part, it's not too bad. So I uploaded that one. It's actually uploading right now. So anyway, I wanted to try again, and hopefully this won't end up being too long, and I won't stumble on my words too much, so I can get it just uploaded right away. So, books. I've decided that monthly wrap-ups really aren't going to work for me because I have a really hard time keeping track. So after I had recorded my April wrap-up, I went back on Goodreads and was looking around again because I really thought that I had read more. And there were like 3 more books that I had read, but they weren't showing up on my either my reading challenge or my just like books I've read. Like they would show up and then I'd go check it again and they wouldn't be there. And so Goodreads is like kind of, I cannot rely on Goodreads, and I don't always write down or keep up with my list in writing in like a notebook of what I've read. So the point is that I can't even rely on just keeping a stack of the books that I've read for the last month, because I read lots of books from the library, and sometimes they have to go back quicker than, before the end of the month. And plus, I've always been the type of person, or have been for a long time, because we've moved around a lot and lived in, small apartments and stuff, so I just haven't always had tons of space, and I've gotten into the habit of just getting rid of books quickly, like, unless I really, really love it after I've read it, and even then, like, I've got some books that were some of my favorites that I would get rid of because I just didn't think I was going to read them again, and I've actually started rebuying just recently. Like, I rebought Middlesex, it's right there behind me, and I rebought A Fine Balance, which I want to reread, but in general, I don't keep books. So now I'm kind of starting to keep books that I really, really like. But still, like, even It's Always the Husband, which I really enjoyed. I gave it 4 stars. I'm not going to hold on to that. I'm going to pass it on to my mom. Just because I enjoyed it, but it's not the kind of book I really see myself reading again. I really rather keep like literature or really important nonfiction. So anyway, so I get rid of books fast. I bring them to the library to donate. I put them on BookMooch where I swap books. I donate them to Goodwill sometimes, or I'll just pass them on to friends I think will like them. So the point is that I don't even, when it comes to books that I've finished, I don't hold on to them. So to try to do wrap-ups is difficult for me. So what I think I'm going to start doing, and what I have started doing, is just try to do very, like as far as like within a couple days after I've read them, do a video if it's worth a review. Do a video, spoiler-free, book reviews, or even like weekly wrap-ups, weekly updates on what I've been reading. And I'll keep doing like mini book hauls or monthly book hauls. And like what I've been calling Meg's book Meanderings, which are things like this, or reviews, because I'm kind of a chatty person. I'm not good at writing down what I need to talk about, which is fine until I'm sitting here for 5 seconds trying to think of a word and I can't edit from my phone. So hopefully I'll get better at this. So I think I wanted to see what you guys, I know a lot of booktubers hold on to their books for their end of the year and end of the month wrap-ups, and their and tags. Like some tags are really hard to do if you don't have lots of books that you've already read. So I guess I'm just not going to really be able to do those kind of tags, which is fine because I have a hard time. Like, I read so much, and I've got 3 kids, and my brain just is not what it used to be. So it's just hard for me to even remember what books are about, like, unless it really made a huge impression. Like, I know I love A Fine Balance. I read it a decade or more ago. But I mean, I know it's like takes place in India, or it has something to do with an Indian family, but other than that, I really have no clue what it's about, which is why I want to reread it. But anyway, so I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you think it's a big deal that I don't really want to do book wrap-ups at the end of every month? Do you think that, like, more frequent, like, maybe weekly wrap-ups would work well? And I know book reviews don't always do well because people don't want to know what books are about, but I think that's what's going to work for me. So I'll always try to keep them spoiler-free. But I do talk about, like, what emotions, or what I think was done well, or what I thought of the writing and stuff like that. But anyway, tell me what you think. And, yeah, I was going to also update you on what I am reading. So I finished The Best of Adam Sharp, which the video should be up any second now. And I've been working on A Book of American Martyrs from the library today, and I'm starting the great illustrated classic version of Moby Dick, because the whole full thing is just not gonna happen, I don't think, but I'm interested in what the story is basically about. And so far, this seems to be like a really good, here's me trying to think of a word, modernized and condensed version. And I know that these are meant for kids, but I really don't care. And I'm also reading Trans Portraits, Voices from Transgender Communities, which is a nonfiction book where they're talking to, I think it's 30 or so people that identify as trans in some way. They're all like different, like some are M to F, some are F to M, some are gender binary, some are gender neutral, some are agender. Like, every single one of them has a different way of identifying. And there's all different races and ages and socioeconomic. And so I just started, and it's going through like transgender history, which is really American transgender history, which is really interesting. I'm also always interested in broadening my knowledge of here's me trying to think of another word, marginalized people and communities. So it's already like 3 o'clock or something on Sunday, and tomorrow I'm going to start Woman Number 17 by Eden Lepucki. Yeah, so I'm not going to get far with these library books, but I'm trying. So anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Thank you so much if you've watched this whole thing. Let me know some of your thoughts below, and I will talk to you later. Bye.